Happy Monday, one and all, and what a wonderful Monday it is. Is this your favorite day of the week, Kyle?
Um, it's not a favorite, but it's not bad. I mean, it's my favorite today because I'm actually back home, and so I feel like I'm getting back into my routine. So it feels
I
like a
know,
good day.
Professor Kyle, no more. It was short,
No.
but it was wonderful. Hello, welcome to the LPTV Disney Morning Show, the show in which we have a fun look at what's going on in the world. I guess we have a look at what's going on in the world of Disney. You will decide if it's fun or not. My name is Doobie. I'm the co-founder of Laughing Place. Good-looking guy over there is Kyle Burbank, our managing editor. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing well.
Good to be home.
Yeah, still settling in, but yeah, definitely good.
Good to be home.
Got to go have a cup
So
of coffee and not worry about if other people had already had coffee and if there was still going to be coffee left and whether the coffee that was made is three different types of coffee mixed together and just some unholy uh, concoction. It's great.
not like being living with a bunch of people. Is that safe to say?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. You got your Becca, you got your dog. You're good. Oh, let's get started. We're going to start the show the way we start every show. First of all, we're live here. Gio, thank you for saying hello. I know you're not the only person out there. We like to have people contribute in the chat with their comments and questions. So please, if you're out there, take a moment, say hello, give a happy Monday. All right, we're going to get started the way we do every day. So, Mr. Kyle, on Friday about this time, we were in the 99s. Do you think we are still there? Have we broken the three-digit barrier?
I mean, I want to believe, but I'm going to say we're flat.
We're flat. Kyle, we are Herman Cain today, 999.
That is a very esoteric reference these days, but I am with you.
999. So close to 100. So close. Actually, when I looked at this earlier this morning, we were in the 100s, but then those sell orders kick in automatically and takes it back down to 99.
R.I.P. Herman Cain.
Yeah. And finally, not finally, goodness. And next up, we have everyone's favorite part of the show, right?
Hello and happy Monday to everyone. I hope you all had a great weekend. I spent most of yesterday in a car, or at least I think I did. I don't actually travel in physical space, so it's hard to tell sometimes. Anyway, let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be cloudy for most of the day, but the sun should break through in the afternoon before the cloud cover returns. When the sun does shine, it will reach a high of 67. In Florida, some lingering showers may still be hanging around but should be clearing, giving way to a sunny day with a high just shy of 80. Castaway Cay is mostly cloudy now and in the low 80s. However, thunderstorms will roll in this evening and will continue into the overnight hours. Speaking of rain, Disneyland Paris will see showers on and off throughout the rest of the park night with temperatures on either side of 50. Tomorrow, Tokyo will be cloudy and a bit breezy with a high of 65. That sounds like a Kyle pick of the day if we're being honest. Shanghai is also looking pretty cloudy tomorrow but much warmer. That park will get up to 90 degrees, made slightly warmer by the humidity. Hey, Doobie, is it time for a trip to China perhaps? Finally, Hong Kong will be a bit breezy and hit a high of 80, although scattered thunderstorms are possible in the very late hours of tonight, meaning tomorrow. And that will do it for today's Disney weather update. Now, back to Kai Kai and the Doobster in the studio.
Kai Kai and the Dupster on the ones and two, was it twos and tens? I don't know. Whatever. Thank you, Ethan. That was just like a pretty standard report. I feel like Ethan's just in a groove now. Not everyone has something
Yeah, I mean,
spectacular.
he sang his song on Friday, so
That was a highlight.
although I have a feeling now that I'm back home, he might restart his indie campaign since that imagery is available somehow.
Behind the scenes. Okay, so Kyle, some people like Christmas. Some people like spring break, like the flower and garden and all that. What is your favorite time of the year at the Disney
Fall.
parks? Fall?
Fall, but not necessarily because of Halloween, just because I like fall.
My favorite time of the year, and I think most people's favorite time of the year, is halfway to Halloween, which is what is now being kicked off today, right, Kyle?
That is true. Yes. So the actual halfway to Halloween, or at
No,
least
no,
the
no, no. Ooh,
actual
no, no.
celebrate The actual
Oh, no. We'll go with this
celebration
one.
is happening Thursday. So today they're kind of doing like a halfway to Halloween preview. It's all very, confusing. So today they announced that on Thursday they'll be announcing stuff. um, usually we get things like you'll probably get party dates or some other updates, maybe some previews of some updates that they're going to be having at this year's Halloween events. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we did get a foodie guide for some of the special halfway to Halloween things that they're doing. This looks kind of like Cookie Monster mixed with Oscar the Grouch, but it is neither because we don't own the rights to those. Even though
So
they
I
are
want
Muppets,
to.
they are not. They are not those Muppets.
So we are hoping to have Rebecca on the show tomorrow to
Okay.
talk about some of this food stuff as well as her trip to Gideon's, which we're going to cover a little bit here in a second. So we're not going to do our normal in-depth foodie guide here. We're just going to scroll through with the hopes of talking to Rebecca, our foodie guide correspondent, tomorrow.
I will say there's an interview that, sort of an interview, a press conference that she attended with the owner of Gideon's Bake Shop, and I'm sure that was, or Bakehouse, which must be confusing because I thought your son owned it, so that must have been an eye-opening moment for her.
We thought our retirement was taken care of, so now we're scrambling.
Yeah, I think this is adorable. That's inspired by Moana, of course.
This little thing, yeah, whatever. No, it is cute. The This is a popcorn bucket, right? Donald Duck is the
The
candy corn.
return of the Donald
Return.
candy corn popcorn bucket, yes.
That's right. And some more yummies. Like I said, we're going to go through this more hopefully tomorrow with Rebecca. But we did want to show Gideon's Bakehouse. They kind of have I don't know, one of the bigger announcements is some of the cool stuff that they have coming. So we have an article on our site right now. Rebecca was there at this event. I'm going to put a link to the article in the chat right now. We've got a video of kind of introducing what's coming this Halloween, or I'm sorry, right now for halfway to Halloween, as well as some of the pictures and such that you can go see in that article. And we'll get more into this with Rebecca tomorrow. Have you been to Gideon's Bakehouse?
I have. I've been, I think, just the one time, or no, twice. I really enjoy the coffee cake cookie, and I guess it's only available in the morning until they sell out. But I've also had some of their other ones. I think the coffee cake is probably my favorite of those.
I
that
have
I've
not
had.
been yet. Rebecca got to go, of course, for this event, so she finally got to try something and said it was just so amazing. So our plan is the next time we're in Florida, drive up to Winter Garden, get some Gideon's Bakehouse, enjoy it, and be back sooner than we would have gotten into here because this place always has a long queue. I think it has a virtual queue with the return time.
Yeah, sometimes.
Extremely popular. So
Yeah, what we
if
did
you
was we were working over at Starbucks at Disney Springs while we were waiting for our hotel room or checked out of our hotel room. I don't remember which. And Becca went over to Gideon's to get the cookie and then came back and we enjoyed Gideon's the coffee cake cookie while drinking our Starbucks coffee, and it was splendid.
what is your preferred Starbucks order?
I used to go more for the latte, and I'll still get lattes like if I have a free one, but they're so expensive, and I sometimes don't want the sweet. So I usually just go for a hot Americano these days.
So
Although
what
the Disney
size?
Springs one does still have a clover, so you can get some of the specialty coffees. So might spring for that sometimes.
Okay. And what size do you normally get?
Usually a grande.
So your order is simply a grande coffee americano.
Yeah.
That's simple. That's not very
Yeah,
fun
so
for
when I
Starbucks.
go to even when I go to Paris and I want to blend in and not be so touristy, I'm like first thing I do is go to the Starbucks at the Gaulle and order an Americano, the American right in the name. Just not very good at this.
But at least it's a grande. That's a French term.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Jeremiah Good, our normally Florida
Speaking of
correspondent,
Europe,
is on Eurotrip, hashtag Eurotrip23, I believe is how he's terming it on his Facebook page. So he, this morning, was at can you say the name of the museum, Kyle?
Hamburg. No, I don't know what the name of the museum is. I just know that it's in Hamburg.
Okay. Yeah, I don't either. But
Can you
he
show
was
it to
at the
me? And
museum.
maybe I can give it a shot. That might be fun content.
So this is embarrassing. So I thought for a moment that the first words of this tweet were the name of the museum. After further analysis, I
That
realized
means
he's
good
just saying
morning.
"Good morning" in German. Yes, so I
Guten Morgen.
don't know. Hey, Daniel Tink, nice to see you. I should say hello. Gio, thank you for being here and saying hello. And Richard said hello as well. Thank you very much.
Well,
What's
actually,
the
he asked a question, but that is a rumor we don't really have a story on yet. I think people are just presuming that if they're going to turn Splash Mountain into a Tiana thing, that maybe other parts of Frontier would be more Tiana or New Orleans themed. So
That is
that's
kind
the
of the hot
logic there.
rumor. The huge hot rumor right now is major change to Frontierland over there. But still a rumor, but a hot one. All right, so Jeremiah is in Munich, where the Disney 100 exhibit that was already in Philadelphia has now opened in Germany. It's not a tour; it's a separate installation in Munich, and he has got some pictures from there this morning on the Twitter. Actually, I should refresh this in case he's posted some more. So go through this. Now, this exhibit we covered extensively when it opened in Philadelphia, so we're not going to go through it in that much detail here. I do like that. So on his Facebook page, he called this his Euro Trip 23 on a plate because it's a croissant and a pretzel, and he's been to France and Germany.
It's actually a bretzel.
What's the difference?
We call it pretzel for some reason, but in Europe it's a bretzel.
Oh, okay. So we call it pretzel, they call it pretzel.
It's just like we
Do
say
they
croissant, and they're like croissant.
do they have the small crunchy ones, and do they call those pretzels too?
That's a good question. Don't 100% know.
Because the small crunchy ones and these are really two fundamentally different foods, and for them to both be called pretzels is kind of wrong.
Just because they're twisted a certain way. No, it's probably
Yeah.
the way that they're cooked. But yeah. Either way, they're delicious.
So he's actually there this morning for a D23 event where they got some cool special gifts. Don't get excited. You won't get these when you go.
Because so many people are going. Hey, people I
Yes.
recognize.
Who do you
Including
recognize?
Disney
Don
legend.
Hahn.
Yeah.
I think that's Becky. And that's the extent of my recognition. Oh, Andreas Deja. How can I not recognize Andreas? Wow. That's pathetic. Andreas Deja is there.
And Mickey and Minnie, I recognize that.
Well, yeah, thank you. And some of the exhibits there. So again, this is a separate installation. So you're going to see some stuff here you didn't see in Philadelphia, including a really cool multi-plane camera effect box, which I think he put a video of this on the Instagram. That's really cool. And
So are all the tags in German?
I guess so. It is there. Yeah, it makes sense.
I guess it does have a English subtitle, yeah.
And used by Walt Disney. And I'm going to take this off for a second because I was looking for a particular tweet that I'm not seeing here. So sorry about that. I've got the country bear as the photo for this, the thumbnail for this, and it's not there. I thought it was going to be there.
Oh, is it the one that has been on display? Probably have a picture of it from the archives where this thing.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. There you go. So this is a couple more things. The Mary Poppins horse. And Olaf. And yes, it is. Well, the title's in German, but I'm not sure the rest of it is. Interesting. And then, of course, Oscar and... What's the little bear's name? Not the tiny bear, but the little bear.
I don't know.
I forgot. Gio, help me out. I can't remember the name of the little bear. The little toy is Oscar, I believe. Or maybe he's Oscar in the toy. Help me out, Gio. Feeling pretty bad here for the trivia guy. So we'll have an article on that later. Jeremiah just got back to his hotel, and I'm sure he's feverishly typing and uploading. But the exhibit has opened, so if you're going to find yourself in Germany anytime soon, go check out the Disney 100 exhibit. Now showing in Munich. Osterling. Next up, we've got more Disney 100 stuff. Kyle, who is the biggest ice cream fan I know. What's this?
As an ice cream bar that has a different bag on it. So these were at Disneyland, obviously, for their Disney 100. Because Walt Disney World's finally catching up and celebrating Disney 100, now these premium ice cream bars and their Disney 100 purple packaging have arrived at Walt Disney World as well.
Gio, thank you. It is simply Oscar is the real bear and baby Oscar is the toy bear. So thank you very much. And so you think these are just the exact same inside?
Yeah, might cost more, but I don't know if a price increase has taken effect on those recently. But yeah, I assume that it's very much the same, just different packaging, as tends to
Oh
be the
no.
case.
Oh
I'm actually
no.
surprised that they held off for this long, because it seems like you'd want to just manufacture one product, even if the other coast isn't quite celebrating it yet. Like, a little surprising.
This is an interesting choice. And sticking with Disney 100 things you can put in your mouth, Kyle, you do like coffee. This one's no joke.
I do like coffee. I just ran on a rant about coffee at the beginning of the show. Yeah, so this is a new Disney 100 blend. So this is from Joffrey's. You can order it online. You can also find it at their stores at Walt Disney World, and then they should have it at select locations around the resort. Does it have the notes and stuff there? I think it's a pretty
That's what I'm
generic
looking
one. I don't
for.
think it's really specific.
Okay, I got it for you. You ready?
Yeah.
The new flavor, just in time for the 100 celebration, is a rich, as it arrives at Disney World, not to be mistaken for the other celebration, is a richly aromatic artisan roasted blend with sparkling acidity, a citrusy sweet structure, and a delicate floral finish.
That sounds good. But yeah,
As
it's
a
one of
co-
their more generic ones. There's not specific tasting notes per se. So.
It is a medium roast, and it is 100% Arabica beans. Are
Yes.
you enough of an aficionado that you could taste this coffee and give some of those notes?
I mean, those, like I said, those are pretty generic notes, so I'd probably notice it more than compared to other things. But no, I'm not. I do sometimes buy specialty coffee because I enjoy the notes, and I'm like, okay, I like what they're going for. But as far as actually tasting them, it's very rare that I can really taste the difference between a lot of the ones. I can tell the difference between like a specialty coffee and Dunkin' Donuts or something. But
So you think you could tell the difference between this and like a Folgers?
yeah, I would think so.
Okay. Rebecca is hoping to find it today. Good luck with that. And then I want to hear your take on the notes. Maybe Rebecca can do what is it called? Just one bite,
Mac
one
tries
little
something.
trip. Thank you very much. Wow, not even close. Not even close. And she is confirming that once you take the packaging off, the Mickey by ice cream bar is exactly the same.
Oh, is that what the X is for? That's pretty funny.
It's the same.
It's
Oh,
the
it's the.
same. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, I'm assuming that was a typo, not a clever way of saying exactly the same. But if I'm wrong, I'm so impressed. Folgers, what year is it? Is Folgers not a thing anymore?
It
Am I
is
wrong?
the best part of waking up.
Folgers in your cup. Did your first say Maxwell House, Tony?
And it's good to the last drop.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Maybe they're not the same. The chocolate shell seemed thinner.
You just haven't had one in a while.
Yeah, that seems hard to believe. That seems hard to believe. Bright Suns, how you doing, Rich? Thanks for joining us again this morning. Our next story is Guardians of the Galaxy Popcorn Bucket, which we talked about on Friday, but today it has arrived. So if you find yourself at Epcot today, hit the wrong button. All right, we're okay. If you find yourself at Epcot today, there we go. You can grab yourself one of these. I did check Twitter before we came on. I do not see stories of 3-hour lines to get this popcorn bucket, so hopefully it's not that difficult to get. Guardians of the Galaxy Skyliner. Hint,
So do you
hint, I
think
do want
this
one.
entire side is flat? Because it almost looks like he looks kind of three-dimensional, but I don't think he actually is.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think
that's
he
just
is.
good art. Or
Yeah,
do
I
you
think it's the same thing on the
Yeah,
actual Skyliner. It's good art like that. So, yeah, I
because
don't
those
think it
look
is.
flat, obviously.
And as I said, if anybody out there likes me, I do like all Skyliner popcorn buckets. So help me out. Help a guy out. And like I said, no big lines over there that I've seen on Twitter, so it should be pretty easy to get me one. And you can get one for yourself too if you want to. All right, let's go to music, the world of music, where Walt Disney has come to the Disney station on Sirius XM, which is something that doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's actually a pretty fun station if you're into Disney music. So they put out this tweet here, which we are going to watch and hear.
This is Vault Disney.
Each month, Disney Hits will open and explore the vault to rediscover overlooked treasures that until recently had never before been released.
Your hosts are audio archaeologists Randy Thornton and Tommy Millstone, stewards of musical archives.
Both are here to share the magical stories behind the music. Vault Disney is now open here on Disney Hits.
I think that's pretty exciting. Randy Thornton, I've heard him speak many, many times. Guy knows Disney music like 100 times better than anyone in the world. I wish it was more than monthly, but we'll take what we can get. The first one debuted on April 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, April 4th, and it was Cinderella. And there's a really great Cinderella soundtrack that came out, 15, 20 years ago, which just has every little bit of music in it. And that was done by Randy Thornton. That was like his project to start bringing all these classic soundtracks to include the entire score and the long
those were
versions
nicely
of all the songs.
packaged too. They're almost like little books, the way that they were packaged. I got one for free. I got the Sleeping Beauty one because they did a special screening of Sleeping Beauty at the Fantasyland Theater at Disneyland. But I left early after they did the opening thing because I had to go cover a second event at Disneyland for Laughing Place. So I got my soundtrack and went over to the Columbia, Sailing Ship Columbia. They did some, I forget what I think it was a D23 thing, maybe. Halloween on a boat.
Halfway, Buddha. Yeah, who knows? But so that's pretty cool. Check that out on Vault Disney. Support that. Vault Disney on the Disney Channel, Sirius XM. Give that some support. Because, like I said, the channel is good. They're a good mixture of classic stuff and new stuff, but we don't want them to forget about the classic stuff. So let them know you want to see the Vault Disney kind of stuff. And support Randy Thornton, a great guy. Really nice guy if you ever see him at like a D23 Expo or something. Extremely nice guy. Nothing against the other guy. I just don't know him. Can't even remember his name, unfortunately. But I do know Randy Thornton. He's cool. Let's see. The Muppets are celebrating Animal Kingdom. And this is about a 3-minute video. I think it's worth playing. Who doesn't love the Muppets? Let's all enjoy. Actually, I'm not that big a fan.
Gee, it was so nice of you to invite me behind the scenes to meet this adorable little critter.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Kermit, but I thought you said Animal was going to be joining us.
Yeah, I did. But you know, you can't count on Animal to be punctual. Oh, there he is.
Aww, bunny rabbit.
Oh, Animal, this isn't a bunny rabbit. Harry here is a prehensile-tailed porcupine. And did you know she's covered in over 30,000 quills?
Whoa, that's a lot of quills.
Yeah, it sure is. Okay, Animal, are you ready to explore the park?
Explore?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, surprise! To celebrate Earth Month and the 25th anniversary of the park, we get to explore Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Animal Kingdom?
That's right. We get to have a private adventure right now since the park is closed.
Animal Kingdom, my kingdom. Yeah, my kingdom. Come on.
Oh, good grief. I guess our Animal Kingdom adventure starts now. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Kermit.
Wow, Animal. I mean, take a look
I was
around.
thinking that too.
You're in Pandora.
Pandora.
A world of Avatar. And everything looks amazing, doesn't it? I mean, look at those plants. Don't they look amazing, Animal? Animal, come back here. Hi-ho there, tumble monkeys. Hey, do you have an agent? You know, you would be great on our show. And by the way, you're my favorite performers at Animal Kingdom.
My kingdom.
You know what? I think you startled them, Animal.
Oh, sorry. Time for Everest.
You guys have a great act. Animal! Gee, thanks for waiting for me, Animal. You're not Animal.
No,
You!
Fred.
Oh, that's Fred, you say?
Yeah, cousin.
Oh, Fred's your cousin, huh?
Come on, Fred.
Okay.
Wait here, Fred. Aw, blinked.
Nobody told me Expedition Everest goes backwards.
Blinked.
It goes backwards.
Blinked.
It goes backwards.
Right again.
I'm going backwards. Okay, Animal, did you have fun?
Yeah, fun. Lots of fun.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Well, let's get you to bed, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Night, night, my kingdom. Ugh.
Sheesh. Well, I guess when you live like a king, you sleep like a king too. Ugh. Good night, Animal Kingdom.
That Expedition
Okay.
Everest really did a number on Kermit. He looked a little green after that.
Wow, Kyle. I expect better from you. Did you think so? As soon as Kermit started talking, I'm like, this sounds weird.
Yeah, it's been a few years. You should probably keep up. He was on Masked Singer.
Kermit
Yes, a couple years
wearing
ago.
a mask?
He was inside of a thing.
Okay.
You should read our site.
Don't start with me, Kyle.
This is another reminder that the Muppets are part of Imagineering for some reason. So.
Also at Animal Kingdom, starting yesterday, they have some special Disney PhotoPass opportunities. So that's not them. That is. Get your picture
Tony
with Wally,
Betty's watching.
Tony. Tony, you can get your picture with Wally and Eve.
Or I could Photoshop that for you.
Are you saying they're not actually there? So, pretty cool.
No, I mean, maybe if this was 20 years ago, they'd still be trying that.
I think it's pretty cool, Kyle. Kyle's in here doing seagull mode. Oh, what else is going on? Oh, we have more cool stuff from my favorite part of Disney. I like that they are the hype train for the Disney Treasure, Disney's next cruise ship, has started already, and it centers around Minnie Mouse. So let's watch the latest hype video for the Disney Treasure.
Captain Minnie's log. I began my quest for a mysterious treasure. Across the savannah. Through faraway lands. Deep in the jungle. And surrounded by nature. Finally, I knew I'd found the spot. Ooh! And there it was, the treasure I was searching for. Remember, adventures don't always end with finding treasure. Sometimes they're just the beginning.
Oh, the hype machine is here. The Disney Treasure is a year away. So excited.
Captain Minnie's log.
So very excited. So undoubtedly, though, those videos will keep coming as Captain Minnie prepares to take control of her ship. I'm with you, Rich. Need more ships? Need more ships? But that other one that they're putting in Asia doesn't count. That's not our ship. We don't care about that ship. And finally, Ant-Man, ASL. This is really cool, Kyle.
This is very interesting. Yeah. So I think this is a first, from what I can tell, at least a first for Marvel on Disney Plus. And this is not the thing, by the way. You can now select an ASL version so that there's like a little person in the corner who will do the sign language for you during the movie. So interesting choice to go with. Yeah, I guess you're right. I was going to say it's a weird choice to go with Ant-Man, but as you pointed out, yes, having a little person in the corner does make sense for Ant-Man. So good job there. But yeah, this is very, I haven't checked this out yet. I was meaning to watch a couple minutes of it. Because why?
You seem like the kind of person that might actually know ASL, do you?
I know how to finger spell the alphabet. Becca knows a little bit more than I do, but neither of us are proficient in it.
So that's on Disney Plus right now. You can go check it out. And if you are an ASL person, you can really go check it out and appreciate it. In news that we are not really going to get into, but it's kind of important in the world, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, looks like he very soon will be starting his press conference as that battle continues between the government and the Disney company. We'll see what comes out of that. I'm sure we'll be covering it on Laughing Place. So just want to give you a heads up if you care about that stuff. There is big doings going on today in that arena. But here, we like to keep it fun. So let's get to pop. Been a while since we've had a good selection of pocket picks, but we've got two today, Kyle.
Nice.
And the first one came from you. And TIL, TikTok has wide videos now? I thought TikTok was
Oh,
exclusively vertical, but apparently, at least the video you sent me is horizontal.
interesting.
Let's check it out. This comes from at Disney Parks, I believe. Yep.
Yeah,
So
this is
that
a
would be
reshare
the
by Disney
official.
Parks of the original.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of the stupid thing at the bottom, and I'm all convoluticated.
Convoluticated. I enjoy that.
There we go.
Mark it, Tony.
There we go. Here we go.
Well, if not like surfing it up, Devin, dude, then what do you do for fun in the Ohio?
I have a question.
But we're not in Ohio. I'd totally go for it, Devin, dude.
Can you do me a favor and ask this beautiful girl next to me, will she marry me?
Wait, marry me or
Marry me.
focusing on this stuff, man?
You gotta ask her for me, please.
Okay, do that. What's your name?
Awilda.
Oh, is it Awilda?
Awilda, yeah.
Awilda. Will you marry a Devin?
I Awilla.
Kyle, you being the most romantic person I know.
A little weird. Not the best, but I like that Crush felt empowered to just keep up with the jokes and the tone. Like, if you're gonna do this here, then we're gonna do it my way. I'm not gonna suddenly make this a serious thing for you. I mean, maybe that attraction has a special meaning for them, but unless they met there when they were 5, I'm not sure what it would be. So yeah, not my favorite, but I thought that the video was cute enough.
Oh, definitely. And, love is a very personal thing. If that works for them, yay, I'm very happy for them. Rebecca, no concerns about me proposing to you that way. Because my way, doing it at Disneyland's Coat Corner was so much more
Totally different.
classy. Totally different.
Maybe they have a Finding Nemo connection, but then you go to Living Seas, do it there. This is, it's fun for adults, but it's really a kid's attraction. Like, I don't know.
So she says, any Disney engagement totally rocks. Okay,
Dude,
fair enough. Although Gio thought it was kind of cringe. So
I'm gonna try to get if I was getting married again, I guess I'd do it at Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. I'm gonna try to hit up all of these style of attractions now.
Are those the only two?
There's other. I mean, there's Stitch in Paris and
Okay.
Somewhere else. I think.
Voulez-vous marry me?
Muffin.
Let's see. I don't know what Tony says. Wait. Whoa. Tony, here we go.
I think we're overlooking the main French word we could use, fiancé.
Sarah Nemo, let's see. Otherwise, it seems kind of random. Okay. And now their parents will have to explain what just happened. Wow, guys, wish we had video of your proposal to critique. First of all, you were at my proposal, Rebecca, and I think you think it was pretty good. But if people want to critique it because it's not their thing, I have no problem with that. It's like I said, it's a very personal thing. How did you propose, Kyle?
Well, I got interrogated for 5 hours by her parents to get the blessing, and then we went upstairs for 5 minutes, and I played a song, and we danced, and then I proposed. It was not very exciting.
But it's unique.
It is unique, yes. I don't know if most people sit down at Bob Evans for lunch and then continue talking all the way through dinner about, yes, we really do want to get married. Yes, we've really thought this through, and you should be okay with it, even though this is the first time you were meeting me.
I did ask Rebecca's parents' blessing. It was not the same day I proposed, but I went through that process as well. It was not 5 hours, but they knew me very well before then. That was not the first time we had met.
Rebecca and I started dating in January. We got engaged in June and married in October. So I understand that there's a little bit more.
Now, you started dating in January. Did you know her before that?
I met her once before that, just like what it's, I think maybe the April before or something like that. But we didn't like. It was just like, oh, hey, cool, nice to meet
There
you.
was
And
no.
when I went to Walt Disney World in December um, of 2012, I guess that would have been that we started
So
talking.
you essentially met her in December, and then married her the following October.
Yeah,
When you know, right, Kyle? I mean,
exactly.
I met Rebecca in November, and married her a year later, December. Only knew her 13 months, so I understand. I understand. All right, our next pocket pick comes from another official account, Disneyland Paris. This was sent in by Kyle, and now I'm realizing this probably isn't wide TikTok. This is probably just the player, how they're doing it in the browser. So my faith in TikTok is restored. As Kyle said it when he sent this to me, watch till the end.
Yeah, I didn't say wait for
Hello. Come on up. Hey, it's good to see you. Merci d'être là. Come right up.
it.
Disturbing,
I think he's
man.
trying to make a pretzel. That's what it looks like.
A pretzel.
Yeah.
That's disturbing. The whole can hearts.
I also like the little bit of the French voice we get in there that sounds nothing like the English voice.
Totally different. I figured they'd just have the same person speak both, but totally different. I wonder though if it matches the French voice and when they release it in France, a dub
Probably
version.
because the Tom Holland that's in Web Slingers, I assume is the French voice. But yeah, so it doesn't sound anything like Tom Holland. So Tom Holland like appears visually in their version of Web Slingers, whatever it's called, but audio wise does not at all.
Okay, folks, it is time for the educational portion of our program.
The education is do be remembering how to hit the video.
Hotkeys. Hotkeys. Give me some hotkeys. Ooh, I see all these videos now. Here. Sorry, I'm going to play this.
And now, joining the show is someone very special. We have a mutual friend in Wally. He's the Doobster's favorite person on Earth, and he's a tub time extraordinaire. You know him, you may or may not love him. Here he is, Mr. Morgan himself. Drumroll, technically Tony.
He's not actually coming. I forgot about the
Well,
Mr.
he might
Morgan part
now.
of that.
You summoned him. I just don't. I expect a countdown in the green room, whatever the delay is, plus a few seconds.
Is that like when you say Beetlejuice too many times or something? We have summoned Tony.
3 specifically. Too many times.
All right. We have 3 movies for you today, Kyle. So the first one is coming up from 1980. Sorry, let me get my prep here ready. This one shouldn't be that hard because it stars Betty Davis. How many Disney movies star Betty Davis? When a family moves to a country home, the young girls experience strange happenings that have a link to an occult event years past. 1980.
I don't know.
So
Did Kim Carnes or Carnes, whatever her name is, do a song about this?
Carnecitas? I don't know. That's a good question. Rebecca would know this. As always, this is the 1980 Disney classic, Watcher in the Woods. The Watcher in the Woods. Ever heard of it, Kyle?
Nope.
All right.
I mean, actually, it kind of
That's
sounds
harder.
slightly familiar, but you're right. Yeah, I'm sure this is something Rebecca watched every weekend.
Every halfway to Halloween.
Every halfway to Halloween.
That's probably why they released it today in 1980, halfway to Halloween.
It was a thing all the way back then. They just didn't know it yet.
All right, in 2012, this one's not a movie. This is just something I know, well, Rebecca says, click. Oh, apparently that's not a Rebecca movie. That's a Click movie. She is not into Roger in the Woods. I don't think the occult was big in her house, so that probably was not something she wanted to see. On this day, in 2012, there was some rebranding done to the Sunshine Tree Terrace to make it more appealing to Kyle as the Orange Bird became an important part of it.
So wait, is this when they switched places with the other stand.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure if that happened at the same time. So, but
I like
know
when
this is when
places switch, like Casino Cucamonga and
there is no way somebody didn't get in line, just think they were getting Chinese food, and all of a sudden they're getting Mexican food. They did that with the restrooms once at Disneyland. I think it was the castle restrooms. They went down for refurb, and when they came up, they had swapped places, and that had to cause some trouble for Angled House. So there's no way. But on
yeah,
this day in
I don't remember
2012,
if this is what, because I forget what was the other one, like Aloha something.
Aloha Isle, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Anyway, I feel like two restaurants in Adventureland and Magic Kingdom swapped places, and that may or may not have resulted in when they corresponded to when they added the orange bird back. But
Which is your favorite Disney character, right, Kyle?
yep,
I
100%.
knew it.
I
knew
will
it.
fight you.
Oh, the restaurants by Plaza Inn. I think I'm wrong about the castle, or maybe I'm right about the castle, but the restaurants by Plaza Inn too, they switched. And then there's that story there where
I enjoy the switcheroo at Disney California Adventure, where you're like, oh, look at all this Victorian theming near Boardwalk, and then you walk in and you're like, why am I in Route 66 bathrooms all of a sudden? What is with this?
so when they switched the bathrooms at the Plaza Inn, this is back when Cynthia Harris was president as a Disneyland Resort, and we showed her that, hey, Cynthia, come here, stand right here and look that way. The way they had laid out the restroom is if the door was open to the men's restroom, which it is constantly because people are going in and out, you look right there and see guys standing right at the urinals, which is just an interesting thing to do and probably not how restrooms should be laid out. So we made her aware of that. I think they made some sort of a change, but I can't remember for sure. Okay, Kyle. In 2015 is this movie. I am going to read it with certain bleeps because I don't want to give it away too much.
Okay.
In South Asia, Maya the Blank and her son Kip struggle to survive within the competitive social hierarchy of the troop at Castle Rock. When neighboring Blank take over their home, Maya's whole troop is forced to relocate. She uses her ingenuity to lead the members of her extended family to untapped resources amid strange new creatures and unfamiliar surroundings. Ultimately, the entire troop must work together to reclaim Castle Rock, where Maya hopes her son will have a bright future.
This is a real movie that was in theaters, or
a real movie that was in theaters. I will tell you, if I said what the blank was, that would give it away instantly.
You said this was 2015, right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There are so many things I could tell you that would be such a hit. All right, I'm going to give you a huge hint here.
Okay.
Documentary.
Oh. I mean, I still don't know, but that makes a lot of sense as to why I don't know. It's going to be a Disney Nature thing because it's April and it's late April.
Yes.
So it's either polar bears or monkeys or chimpanzees.
Monkey Kingdom. Maya the monkey.
Is there a Monkey Kingdom and a chimpanzee movie?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Which representation do they need? They're different creatures, Kyle.
I know. I'm just saying.
Finally, one more movie for you, Kyle. This one's 2019. Again, I'm going to bleep out an important word.
Okay.
A blank named Steve joins millions of fellow males in the icy Antarctic spring on a quest to build a suitable nest, find a life partner, and start a family. None of it comes easily for him, especially considering he's targeted by everything from killer whales to leopard seals, who unapologetically threaten his happily ever after.
Okay, well, wait, is it Arctic or Antarctic?
Antarctic. Did I say Arctic? I'm sorry.
No, I don't know, but that okay. So I think there was a penguins one, right?
There was.
Okay, because the polar bear is more recent. So I'm like, what other animal would it be? Not to be confused with March of the Penguins, which I don't know if we own that now. I thought that might have been Fox. Maybe it wasn't.
I was just about to say, this is the only Disney Nature film I've seen, but nope. I saw March of the Penguins. I did not see this.
Well, Disney March of the Penguins. Oh, yeah, you didn't see this. Got you.
No, I did not see this.
So
this is Penguins. 2019, this is Penguins, which is not March of the Penguins, which I did see, narrated by Morgan Freeman.
I guess we released it in France.
Who narrated this? All right.
March of the Penguins is the subject of one of my favorite quotes about the film industry, which is after it came out, Someone's like, film it. They should be, after it was such a hit, people should be like, oh, look, you can do different and interesting things, and they can be hits as well. Instead, all the studios are thinking, we need more movies about penguins.
Happy Feet.
And it's so true. Happy Feet, Surf's Up. Tony knows exactly what I'm talking about. That was a
so
Sony
true.
movie, I think.
The lesson from this is not we can do incredible documentaries, but that we can do penguin movies.
Yeah, that's what people really like, is penguins. That was I worked at an art house theater, and the day in our life, we actually have, the rest of the movie theaters in the chain had kids packs where you get like a little box of popcorn and like a little gummy bear and a soda. At our theater, we called them senior packs because those were the only people that bought them, except for March of the Penguins. We were inundated with children. We didn't know what to do with ourselves.
That's hilarious. Okay. Quick check of the world to see if we have anything else today. Funko, Disney 100 Funko exclusive Tinkerbell. I'll show a picture of that. Who doesn't like a Funko?
Yeah, Funko. And then I also want to give a shout out after that. We'll talk about the Decades collection very briefly.
Okay, go for it.
Let me send you the link.
Okay.
So this did very well on our Twitter over the weekend, and just got released this morning. I haven't checked to see if everything is still available, but that's a cool looking Funko, by the way. I love the whatever style that is. My sister-in-law works at one of those places where you paint stuff and then they put it in the kiln for you, and they have some designs like this with those kind of like geodesic
like a Color Me Mine.
Yes, I think this is called All Fired Up. Anyway, so this Decades collection, 1940s, some pretty cool things. I'll show you my favorite, although it is expensive. The Donkey Pinocchio backpack is cool, but also is inspired by the thing that, as we covered, terrified me as a kid, made me run out of the room, and is probably part of the reason I don't drink or smoke to this day. And below that, there's a new Magic Band. This one's for pre-order. That's the Pachyderms.
I'm sure my wife loves this. She's a huge Pink Elephant fan.
I like the song. I mean, it's the best part of Fantasmic. Three Caballeros, which I guess it could be Saludos Amigos as well. But no, it's Three Caballeros. That's a headband. And my favorite is coming up, I think, somewhere in this article. There we go. These little Pegasus plushes. But they are a set, and so it gets to be pretty pricey. You can't just buy these individually. But how adorable are those?
How does whatever ad program we're using know we were talking about Starbucks earlier and cafe lattes?
I don't know. But it does.
The world is listening. That's so scary. Okay, so the Disney one. Oh, they come. Oh, you have to free them like those others.
It's freeze them. Little bag of Pegasi.
I don't want them to die. We have to buy them all.
You have to buy your Pegasi in bulk.
It's so sad. I hate that packaging so much. Okay. I think that is just about it today. Do we have any shows today? I haven't seen the schedule. Are we doing a show this afternoon? Do you know? Wait, you're at Gideon's Bakehouse now?
She wants that trading card.
Are you bringing me home one?
I don't know if he put shows on the sheet. Coverage, post. Nothing is scheduled. It doesn't mean that we won't go live for some reason, especially if we might have to discuss the thing we talked about with the governor that has started maybe a couple minutes ago, or is currently going, or is about to start. I have no idea.
That definitely could be something that gets discussed later, depending on what comes out of that. So I am getting some Gideons later this week, apparently, because my wife is there right now, and she would never forget me. And she's also going to bring me home a Guardian Skylander bucket. So woohoo! Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow for whatever happens between now and then.